Hi there, it's Chris from Rat Race Rebellion. I wanted to take a few minutes to discuss the differences between being an employee and being an independent contractor. As a job seeker, when you're looking at the ads on our site or in other locations, you're likely to see the phrase independent contractor popping up on jobs that you're interested in, but you're not quite sure what exactly that means as it pertains to your work status with a company. So I want to give you just some of the basics. Now, with the understanding that I'm not an employee, I'm not a tax accountant, just going to give you some of the basics, and then I'll give you some links that you can check into to do some more research if you're inclined. So first of all, employees. That's the arrangement most of us are familiar with and have worked in at some capacity in our lives. That is, you're hired by a company, they bring you on board, and when they start paying you, they take out taxes, whether it's for your state, federal employment, Social Security, unemployment, all of those different things. And in some cases, they're also withholding for health insurance benefits and other things that you may have opted into when you filled out your paperwork. That's all pretty cut and dry. The questions generally come in when people are considering something that has a contractor status. The biggest difference between being an employee and being an independent contractor is that as a contractor, you are going to be in a business-to-business relationship with the company that you're working with. In other words, you will be self-employed, whether they call it freelancing, independent contractor, or any number of other things, you will be self-employed. And with that, there come things that you'll love and things that will be brand new to you. So, for example, you will be getting regular checks, but you will not find any sort of withholding taken from it. Companies do not withhold Social Security, income tax, or any other types of taxes from independent contractors. The other thing is you will not be eligible for health insurance or any other kinds of benefits that the company is offering to their employees because you are a business and not an individual. Even if you are just an individual, you're considered a sole proprietor and therefore self-employed. So that means that you won't be eligible for any of those paid time off or health insurance or any of those. On the flip side, you will get tax write-offs at the end of the year that you don't get as an employee. So it's not a total wash there. There are things. As a matter of fact, I've been self-employed since 1994, I guess, and there's no looking back for me. But everybody has different wants and different needs out of their work arrangement. The other thing is you will probably not be paid for training. So when you're an employee and they bring you into a company, there's usually a nesting period, a training period, which is compensated. When you're coming in as an independent contractor, unless it's very well spelled out in your contract, you're not likely to be paid for time spent training. And that's because when a company contracts with you, the understanding is that you come with the skills that you need to perform the job. Again, keep track of that time because it can be written off at the end of the year. Just take the value of your per hour. And again, your accountant can help you with that. One other thing that raises a lot of alarms for people, and they believe that it's a scam as soon as they read this, is a lot of companies that work with independent contractors, particularly in the call center and customer service sector, require a background check. The reason that they do that is more often than not, you're handling personal information from people who are contacting the company. You may be getting credit card information because they're placing an order, and you may be getting other personal information from them as well. So companies, of course, want to vet you and do a background check. In most cases, when they're working with independent contractors, they do not foot the bill for that background check. You do. And generally, it's about $30, sometimes up to $50, and you'll pay that out of pocket. And again, that gets to be a write-off for you at the end of the year. It's a business expense because now you are a business. So you get to keep track of your business expenses, whether it's If you have a home office, you can write off a percentage of the electricity. You can write off a percentage of the rent or mortgage. You can write off a percentage of the property taxes. You can write off any mileage that you put on your vehicle associated with the work that you're doing. So there are definitely some pluses to the independent contractor type role. Those are the basics. There are definitely other things that you would want to look into, and you may want to talk to a tax professional before diving in full force. But those are the basics, and I'm going to leave a couple of links here associated with this video so that you can take a look at what the IRS has to say about the difference between employee and independent contractor roles. I'm also going to leave you a link to a really good article that's written on a well-known law site. And it's written in less IRS-y language, if you will, a little bit easier for laymen to understand. That's it. I hope that helps everybody in their decision as to what kind of job it is, what status they're looking for as a worker. Have a great day.